What's up, guys? It's Deepak Shukla here again, back with another set of information on your Serpwizz report. So today we're talking ultimately about your server details. So head over to serpwizz.com to actually get your own instantly actionable SEO report. You could just sign up for a free report and see what it spits out. So today we're talking about ultimately your server details. So first of all, if you're wondering what your server is, it's ultimately the location where your website information and content, etc., is effectively stored. So people think of servers as being on the cloud, which they are, meaning that they're accessible at any time, but that cloud has still got to live somewhere locally, and that would be server farms oftentimes, depending upon companies that you host from for your server. So a good example of it might be WPX, and WPX is the site, or rather the host, that we use at Pearl Lemon, and then WPX has their own servers. And if we were to Google, for example, where are WPX servers located, then we'll see that three data center locations: Chicago, London, and Sydney. Our Australian data center is located in Alexandria, Australia, while a UK data center is located in London, and the US location is located in the world's largest data center. So then if we Google Chicago Lakeside Data Center, you'll see that world's largest data center. Here we go, 1.1 million square foot multi-tenant data center hub. And then if we go to what is a data center, you'll see that it is simply, a data center is a physical facility that organizations use to house their critical applications and data. A data center's design is based on a network of computing and storage resources that enable the delivery of shared applications and data. So effectively, it's just, I wanted to share this with you because it's a good way of thinking about ultimately where your data center is. So depending upon where your business is, and as you can see here, the server location therefore is in the United States, and our service provider is actually Cloudflare that's hosting our content. So I checked WPX, but let's also check where our cloud DNS servers located, and it will tell us again San Francisco, California, and where are Cloudflare servers across 193 cities with 20 million IP internet properties in our network. It means that so basically, a good way to think about Cloudflare is that they actually rent a lot of space in data centers across the world, and that's how they're able to maintain ultimately fast page load speed times. So that means that oftentimes it's going to be it's going to be running from a data center that's closest to the relevant person that's browsing your website. So the server location of this IP, and IP is Internet Protocol. So basically the location of this IP, so IP, so if we do that, it will tell you direct IP access not allowed. This is part of the Cloudflare network. So if we do now IP lookup, you'll see what is my IP address. Free IP checker tool. Okay, we'll go into here, enter the IP address you're curious about. Oh, so we jump into here, and you'll see that internet service provider is Cloudflare. It's in California, San Francisco, and this is the area code where the actual data is stored. Okay, and geolocation of an IP, host name. Why should I hide my IP? To protect your privacy. One click and no one sees your IP. That's fine. But yeah, it's useful to know from an SEO perspective, because if you're trying to, for example, rank in the UK and your servers are based in the US, then you probably want them to be based in the UK. So we're trying to slowly build more of a presence in the United States, because long term we think there's going to be more business there. So that's why our servers are located in the US, and that's also the Cloudflare element of it. And if you do, for example, look us up on Ahrefs as an example, you'll see that, let's jump into our keywords, see if this loads. We've got a bigger presence in the US effectively in terms of keyword ranking. So just some ways of really thinking, and you'll see 888, 592. So just some considerations when it comes to thinking about your server IP, its location, and provider, and what all of these means. Hope that makes sense. Catch you in the next one.